Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is the 23rd of September. It is Friday, 2022. Just a reminder before we jump into this video, I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. So I would encourage you all to join me then. Alright? So I hope everybody's week has gone well. So we're going to talk about in this video, guys, global recession. I believe that things are continuing. Well, you look at what's happening here in the United States. We're going to talk about a little bit about that right now. And stock market today, again, it's down almost 500 points at the moment. It's under 30,000, and it's not looking good on that aspect of it. There she's having a pee. She loves to be out here. She's such a good dog. That dog is not ever too far away from me, I can tell you that right now. She is funny. That tail up in the air, full of confidence. So anyway, I think she's about ready to do some other business, so we will take the camera off of her. But look at that sky, guys. First of all, I just wanted to show you this really quickly. How beautiful is that? The season has definitely changed. We are definitely more, you can see the leaves over here changing. We got them starting over here. They're starting to change. This one's already, most of the leaves on that one are already gone. So we are definitely heading into colder weather. It is definitely fall. We were down in the 40s last night, so it was definitely a chilly night, if you will. But you know, it's that time of year. That's what we got to deal with. I talked to back home. They had a fire going yesterday. I think overnight it was supposed to go down to 37. So Becky and I had talked, and that was in town. So which means it's going to be would have been about 32 up at the homestead in New York. So they had a fire going last night, and Becky was like, "Well, when you come up, could you split up some smaller stuff for us for fire starting stuff? We got the kindling, but we don't have the other stuff." And I told her, I said, well, what you got to do, you need to go into the woodshed, and of the old wood that was still left over from last year, I said, go over there on the top, you'll see smaller stuff that'll be helping for getting the fire started. So, you know, again, teaching things, you know what I mean? Teaching things. So it's like I always try to put the smaller stuff up on top. It's going to be easier to help with getting fires going. But when I get up there, I'll split up a bunch of stuff for them to help them, you know, get going for the winter. So anyway, getting back to what we were talking about here. Sorry about that. I just easily distracted, right? So you have the stock market going down the toilet. Actually, oil prices were down today as well, which is good. That's a good thing, because hopefully they will continue to have a decrease in the oil prices, and we'll see that at the pump, which would be a wonderful thing. It's much nicer seeing when you're filling up your cars that it's not $100 to fill up your vehicle, that it's only 60 or 70 bucks instead of 100. But there is definitely still a lot of pain going on for a lot of people with the Fed. So the Fed increased, and so we're going to talk about global recession, all right? So when the Fed increased the rate by 0.75, the overseas, the Bank of England, I believe they went up by 50 basis points. Indonesia also went up 50 basis points, and so did the Philippines. You had Sweden went up 0.75. So they're following our lead is what they're doing, okay? They're definitely following our lead when it comes to, you know, that aspect of it. And I was going to tell you this real quick, and I don't mean to go off topic again, but because it was as cold as it was yesterday, there's no bugs today, which is wonderful. I'm like really tired of eating bugs, as pleasant as that is. All right, so anyway, with that going on, it's costing everybody more to do everything. And, you know, again, fuel prices are still high year over year from the year before, even though they are starting to come down. They need to come down a lot more. Also, when you're looking at everything that is going on, Food prices are outrageous across the country. Those have not come down. Your heating oil, all those type of things are getting very, very expensive. But it's also affecting other parts of the world too. The lockdown policies in China is definitely affecting their policies. As far as their bottom line goes with their economy. And, we already all know what's going on over in Europe and stuff like that. And if things continue to accelerate with the situation with Russia and Ukraine, things could get more expensive again at the pump. They've already talked about that. They were already, I was reading a few articles and they were already saying, if things continue to get worse over there and Russia accelerates, they call it a military operation. They don't even call it a war. Everybody else calls it a war. Oh, look who's coming. Look who's coming up out of the woods. Hello. Who is that? Watch this, guys. Who is that? Who's there? Who's that coming? Who is that? Oh, she says my boyfriend. Oh, they're too cute. They are very friendly. I was wondering where honestly guys, this morning, I was like, when we woke up, I was like, where's Jerry Lee? Why isn't Jerry Lee here yet? He's a pretty dog though. Really good temperament too. Real good temperament. So, alright, so anyway, pain's being felt around the world. They're talking about a recession for basically everybody, because nowadays, everything affects everything else. With these governments, and this is an opinion part of this here right now that I'm going to mention. With these governments spoiling for war, because war, of course, is good for the economy, that is very concerning to me. It really, really is. It's just because that's just going to make everything worse. If we end up in a war situation, it's not going to make things better. It's just going to make it worse. And obviously, I don't want to see any more of our young men and women die, what I consider for nothing. And so, we're going to have to monitor that situation, and that's going to affect everything else as well. So, it's crazy. Overall, it's just absolutely crazy. And, we need to be as ready as we possibly can be. She is so ready to play. She's like, come on, Jerry Lee, let's go. He goes for a little bit, and then he gets tired. And she's like, no, let's go. She has a bit more energy than he does. I don't know if you can tell. She's like, come on, what are you doing? Let's go. And he's like, no, I don't care. No, I'm glad she has a playmate down here. I think that is a good thing. So, oh, now she's messing it up again. He's like, wait. He's like, wait, sweetheart, we're doing this the wrong way. Anyway, she's just giving him a hug. For if the little kids are out there watching, Hella's just giving Jerry Lee a hug. Anyway, folks, I want to hear your take on this. I want to hear what you have to say. Do you think not even just a depression here? I believe we're not in a recession. I think we're in the early throes of a Great Depression. That's just my opinion again as well. But are we headed for a global recession? I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. I know some people say, I don't care about other countries, I care about America, which is fine. But what happens with other countries definitely affects what happens here as well. It really does. So those are things that we still do need to be paying attention to, moving forward and watching and what's going on and those type of things. So I hope everybody is doing great. I hope you guys are having a great week. Hopefully I will see you all tonight for the live stream. Remember, folks, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we could ever figure that one out, we really truly will be in much, much better shape. If we could all work together, we could accomplish so much and we can do so much good. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. Keep moving forward, keep prepping, keep getting ready. Follow your dreams, until it's time not to follow them anymore. Just do the best you can. Try to live your lives. Make sure you're doing your vacations. Make sure you're spending time with your families. That's really important. All right, I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.